Hello everyone, I hope you all are fit and fine and doing well at home. Today in this video we are going to learn our next chapter number 3, The Midnight Visitor, from the textbook Footprints Without Feet. The name of the writer of this lesson is Robert Arthur. In this story or in this lesson, there was a spy or a secret agent named Ozabel. He is expecting to get a very important report or a document. Another secret agent, Max, threatens him with a pistol, demanding the report. Does Ozabel outwit him? Outwit means outsmart him. So this we are going to see in this lesson. So now let's start. Before we start the chapter, here in this lesson, these are the two questions given which we have to read this lesson and have to find out. First is, how is Ozabel different from other secret agents? Second is, who is Fowler and what is his first authentic thrill of the day? So these two questions answers we have to find out after reading the text. So for that you have to also read the chapter. Let's start. The first paragraph. Ozabel did not fit any description of a secret agent Fowler had ever read. Okay, Fowler had read maybe many books of a secret agent, but this secret agent named Ozabel, he did not fit any description of his secret agents which he had read in the books. Following him down the musty corridor of the gloomy French hotel where Ozabel had a room, Fowler felt let down. Okay, where he was that secret agent, he was living in a French hotel and where there was a bad smell, musty means bad smell of a corridor, and the dull, gloomy means dull French hotel it was. It was a small room on the 6th and top floor and scarcely a setting for a romantic adventure, and that room was a really very good for the romantic adventure. Now let's see the next paragraph. Ozabel was for one thing fat. Well, Ozabel was a secret agent, but his body was not appreciable or not appropriate for the spy or the secret agent because he was fat. Well, and then there was his accent. Accent means tone, the way he was speaking. Though he spoke French and German passably, passably means tolerably, the person cannot hear how he speaks, that is called passably. So he speaks very tolerable language. He had never altogether lost the American accent he had brought to Paris from Boston 20 years ago. He came there 20 years ago and he lost the American accent, American tone in his language. You are disappointed, Ozabel said wheezily. Wheezily means breathing sound, with a breathing sound over his shoulder. You were told that I was a secret agent, a spy dealing in espionage and danger. Okay, Ozabel was telling that maybe you are informed that I am a spy or a secret agent and dealing with a danger or doing a work of a spy. You wished to meet me because you are a writer, young and romantic. Okay, and Ozabel was also telling that you are meeting me because you are a writer and you want to write something about a secret agent. That's why you are here to meet me. You envisioned means imagine. You envisioned mysteries, figures in the night, the crack of pistols, drugs in the wine. Okay, what the secret agent was telling? Maybe you have imagined many things about secret agent, that the mysterious figures in the night, the crack of pistols, drugs in the wine, maybe these all things you have imagined before coming here. Instead, you have spent a dull evening in a French music hall with a sloppy fat man who, instead of having messages slipped into his hand by dark eyed beauties, get only a prosaic telephone call making an appointment in his room. What he was telling, that Ozabel was telling that maybe you have thought you will have a music hall to meet me, as well as other beauty girls, black eyed or dark eyed beauties in front of me or besides me, and other things. But here, that's all things are not there. But the person like me, who is a secret agent, was giving the answers for the appointment in the room on telephone call. Okay, prosaic means characteristics of a prose, and sloppy means careless. The fat, you have been bored. The fat man chuckled to himself as he unlocked the door of his room, stood to let his frustrated guest enter. Okay, they were outside the room, and when they entered in the room, before that, the person who Ozabel, chuckled means laugh, because the person who came to meet him was little bit not sad. That's why he was chuckled. You are disillusioned, Ozabel told him. But take cheer, my young friend. Presently, you will see a paper, a quite important paper for which several men and women have risked their lives, come to me. What that person, Ozabel, was telling that, yes, you are right, you are little bit bored, but you will see the document which I will receive today. For that, many men and women have risked their lives. Someday soon, that paper may tell a course of history, and maybe because of those papers that will change or will have a history. In that thought is drama, is there not? As he spoke, Ozabel closed the door behind him. Then he switched on the light. And when he, after entering in the room, he closed the door and switched on the light. And as the light came on, Fowler and his first authentic thrill of the day. Okay, as he met or as he entered in the room and put on the light, Fowler, who is the Fowler? Fowler is the writer or the newspaper writer, article writer. What he had seen, he had his first thrill of the day. For halfway across the room, a small automatic pistol in his hand stood a man. Okay, when Ozabel put on the light, Fowler and Ozabel had seen a man, and in his hand there was a pistol. Ozabel blinked a few times. Max, he wheezed, you gave me quite a start. Okay, and Ozabel was surprised. Start means surprise here. He was telling to Max that you gave me a surprise. I thought you were in Berlin. What are you doing here in my room? And asking him a question, what are you doing in my room? Now let's see the next paragraph. But before that, here the another two questions are given which we have to answer by reading the text. First, how has Max got in? And the second is, how does Ozabel say he got in? So these are the two questions which you have to answer from the text. Max was slender, a little less than tall, with features that suggested slightly the crafty, pointed countenance of. Okay, so here this is the description of the character whose name is Max. Max was thin as well as not even tall, and his features suggested slightly the crafty and pointed countenance. Countenance means his facial expression like a fox. There was about him, aside from the gun, nothing especially menacing. Okay, because there was a gun in his hand, that was only the menacing. Menacing means threatening. But his body or face, nothing was there who can threat anybody. The report, he murmured, the report that is being brought to you tonight concerning some new missiles. What he was asking? He was asking a report in which there was something given about the new missiles. I thought I would take it from you. It will be safer in my hands than in yours. And what he was telling that? I will take that all reports because it will have safety in my hands better than yours. So Max was telling like this. Now let's see what Ozabel was replying or Ozabel was doing to get away from this difficulty. Let's see. Ozabel moved to an armchair and sat down heavily. I am going to raise the devil with management this time, and you can bet on it, he said grimly. Here raise the devil means deal aggressively. Ozabel was telling that I will talk to management this time and very aggressively, and I will be very angry on them, he said grimly. This is the second time in a month that somebody has got into my room through that nuisance of a balcony. What he was telling that this is for the second time somebody has entered in his room from the balcony. Fowler's eye went to the single window of the room. It was an ordinary window against which now the night was praising blackly. Okay, now there was only one window in the room, and Fowler was looking at that window from where he can see the night, the black things. Balcony, Max said with a rising inflection. Inflection means tone. No, a passkey. I did not know about the balcony. It might have saved me some trouble had I known. Okay, what Max was replying? I entered from the door only, and I did not know balcony. But if I have known about the balcony, it might have saved me some trouble had I known. मुझे तो शायद मैं बहुत सारी परेशानियों से बच जाता. It's not my balcony, Ozabel said with extreme irritation. It belongs to the next apartment. Okay, what Ozabel was telling? Ozabel was telling that it's not my balcony, but it belongs to the next apartment. He glanced explanatorily at Fowler. You see, he said, this room used to be part of a large unit, and the next room through that door there used to be a living room. It had the balcony which extends under my window now. Okay, what he was telling that before some years or some days, this everything, the next room as well as this room is a one home only or house only, and this my room was a Which room? Living room. And this balcony belongs to that room, but now it extends under my window. You can get into it from the empty room 2 doors down, and somebody did last month. And if you want to enter in this room, you can enter from the balcony, and last month one person had done the same. The management promised to block it off, but they haven't. And the management also promised me to block this balcony, but they haven't done this. Max glanced at Fowler, who was standing stiffly, stiffly means peacefully, not far from Ozabel, and waved the gun with a commanding gesture. Please sit down, he said. We have a wait of half an hour, I think. Okay, Max glanced. Glance means look to Fowler and said to him, sit down. 31 minutes, Ozabel said moodily. The appointment was for 12:30. I wish I knew how you learnt about the report, Max. Okay, now what Ozabel was said, not 30 minutes, but 31 minutes we have to wait, because I have an appointment for 12:30, but I was just confused how you get to know about the report. The little spy smiled heavily. ठीक है, ईविल की तरह, उसको गंदे ख्याल की वजह से वो हंसने लगता है, स्माइल देने लगता है. And we wish we knew how your people got the report. And what Max was telling, हम भी यही सोच रहे हैं कि तुम्हारे को रिपोर्ट कैसे मिला. But no harm has been done. I will get it back tonight. What is that? Who is at the door? And then somebody knocked the door, and the person, Max asked, who is outside the door. Fowler jumped at the sudden knocking at the door. Ozabel just smiled. That will be the police, he said. I thought that such an important paper as the one we are waiting for should have a little extra protection. What he has said, Ozabel said that there will be police, because he has called for the protection of the report or the documents. I told them to check on me to make sure everything was all right. Okay, what he is telling that? He is telling that he had asked police to come there and check that everything is all right. Max beat his lip nervously. The knocking was repeated. Okay, now Max was little bit nervous because outside the door there were police. What will you do now, Max? Ozabel asked. If I do not answer the door, they will enter anyway. The door is unlocked and they will not hesitate to shoot. Now, Ozabel was threatening Max. How? He was telling that if he will not open the door, the police will come inside anyway, because the door is unlocked, and if he will see Max or you, they will shoot you. Max's face was black with anger as he backed swiftly means hurriedly, towards the window. And as he was already informed about the balcony, from there he could go outside the room. So he went towards the window. He swung a leg over the sill, sent them away, and what he has said, he tried to get out of that window and told Fowler and the another spy, Ozabel, sent them away. He warned, I will wait on the balcony, send them away or I will shoot and take my chances. What he had said, that if you will not send them away, I will shoot you both. The knocking at the door became louder and a voice was raised. Mr. Ozabel, Mr. Ozabel, and somebody who was outside the door, they were knocking louder and louder and asking for Ozabel. Now let's see the next what happens. keeping his body twisted so that his gun still covered the fat man and his guest. The man at the window grasped the frame with his free hand to support himself. Okay, what he has done? He just put out his one leg outside the window and put his gun on the fat man and his guest and make a grip frame with his free hand and supported himself. Then he swung his other leg up and over the windowsill. The doorknob turned. Swiftly, Max pushed with his left hand to free himself from the sill and dropped to the balcony. Now what he has done? He had gripped on the frame with his free hand. So what he has done? He has just put off that or make himself free from that windowsill to enter in the balcony. And then as he dropped, he screamed once shrilly. But as he dropped that sill, he screamed, वो चिल्लाया. Why? Let's see that. The door opened and a waiter stood there with a tray, a bottle and 2 glasses. Here is the drink you ordered for when you returned. Now, when they opened the door, there was a waiter, because before entering in the room, Ozabel had given an order for 2 glasses and a bottle. He said, and set the tray on the table. Deftly uncorked, deftly means cleverly opened the bottle. Okay, the person opened the bottle and left the room. Now let's see next. White-faced Fowler stared after him, but he stammered. The police. ठीक है, फॉलर क्या बोलता है? पर आपने तो बताया था कि बाहर कौन है? पुलिस है. तो फिर पुलिस कहाँ गई? He stammered. Stammered means हकलाता हुआ बोलता है. There were no police. Ozabel sighed. Only Henry, whom I was expecting. Okay, what he was replying? There were no police. मुझे पता ही था कि बाहर पुलिस नहीं है. मुझे पता ही था कि कौन होगा? Henry, the waiter, जिसको मैंने पहले से बताया था. But want that man out on the balcony? Fowler began. पर क्या वो बाहर बालकनी में वो मैक्स अभी भी है नहीं? No, said Ozabel. He won't return. You see, my young friend, there is no balcony. ठीक है, लास्ट में ओजाबेल क्या रिप्लाई देता है? मेरे यंग फ्रेंड, वो कभी भी अब वापस नहीं आ सकता. क्यों? क्योंकि मेरे विंडो के बाहर कोई भी बालकनी नहीं है. जैसे ही उसने अपना हाथ छोड़ा, वो 6th फ्लोर से नीचे गिरा, तो वो मर ही गया होगा. तो अभी वो कभी भी वापस नहीं आ सकता. Like this way, he had shown his smartness, and as we had have the first question, हमारी जो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन था कि क्या मैक्स को वो चीट कर पाएगा या उससे आउटस्मार्ट हो पाएगा, तो इस तरह से उसको अपने बालकनी से, अपने विंडो से नीचे गिराकर अपने आप को, मैक्स को मैक्स से वो अपने आप को बचा लेता है और उस रिपोर्ट को भी वो बचा लेता है. So here we end this lesson. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and understood the whole lesson. You have to read this chapter twice and make yourself clear with all doubts. And if you have any difficulty, you can contact me on my number 8320060822. You can contact me anytime. Thank you. Have a nice day.